1 second. Sorry. So I grew up in suburbia, and suburbia is it's an international place. It's somewhere that does not need to be in France or in Italy or in Greece or in America, because it's a condition more than um, more than anything else. So suburbia is a kind of condition that exists. It's, you could say it's a frame of mind also. It's not necessarily uh, uh, an organization, but it's also a state of understanding the world around you. So when you're in suburbia, you understand that that people around you have a different sense of time, and they're at home, um, just sending messages to each other. It has changed a lot. You know, suburbia used to be the place that was organized by infrastructure, by all these highways, and it was the place where you would go to the shopping mall. You would go to the shopping mall to socialize. So they built the shopping malls on the highways uh, so that the logistics would make sense and products could arrive to the shopping mall, and you could buy like all these things and spend your money that you were making in suburbia. Uh, so they built the shopping malls, which were kind of big boxes on the infrastructural, you know, avenues, the highways, the freeways, and then people lived in their semi-detached houses and they just drove everywhere, so they were dependent on the car, and so they sold also lots of cars when people moved to suburbia. Um, so all these, it was a kind of complete system of objects, you know. But then came the internet, and so people went shopping, and they had like so many things to. They stopped going to the shopping mall, and so they just stayed at home and shopped on the internet. And the shopping mall, you know, like they would buy things online, and they would look for clothes. Yeah, the internet is a bit slow because we're in Greek suburbia. Um, so they would buy clothes and they would find, like, I don't know, bomber jackets, and this was their new home. You know, this was their new shopping mall. They wouldn't go out anymore. So I'm interested in suburbia because somehow the feeling of being in suburbia is just like being online. You know, there's no center, there's no structure, there's no attention span. You know, like Venturi spoke a lot about the duck and the monument, and how the duck was there to attract the person in the car. So it was street architecture, and now we kind of yeah, we're kind of distracted all the time, but by all these messages that we receive, um, and these the messages seem to not be able to stop, and you can't concentrate on anything. So you end up needing this kind of other type of billboards to attract your attention. You know, the suburbia that we live on in right now is the internet. And so it doesn't matter if you live in downtown New York, or it doesn't matter if you're in the countryside, you're still in kind of suburbia, this endless internet suburbia. You have all these small communities without a center and without a structure that you understand growing around you. And they become viral and they become um, different. So one idea is that we're going to be making some kind of architecture for the citizen, for the online citizen. The idea is that maybe we could produce um, some kind of architecture for this internet suburbanite. But sometimes you just get too distracted, and there's like too many screens around you. So it's a difficult moment for architecture. I mean, it's a difficult moment to be producing anything, because there's just like so many different options, and you just Google for stuff, and you keep answering all these instant messages um, to everybody, and it's distracting. I mean, the perhaps the main architectural issue today, I mean, apart from the financial crisis, is how to produce an architecture for the distracted citizen. Yeah, how to keep them interested in what you're talking about, and just like stop them from going to another online website where they can find like I don't know a great sale on bomber jackets, and yeah, I don't know.